Dear students, welcome to this module. In this module, we will discuss about the physical features of India. It is the second chapter of our class 9 textbook. Okay, first of all, let's discuss what does the term physical features means. The physical features are the naturally created landform features which are present on the surface of the earth. These landforms are in the form of mountains, plains, plateaus, islands, valleys, etc. Now, question is, how are these landform features formed? Remember, there are two types of forces which form these landform features: endogenic and exogenic. Endogenic are those forces which are present, which operate in fact inside the earth. These include different tectonic forces. We will discuss later on what tectonic forces are. Then we have exogenic forces, those forces which operate on the surface of the earth. It includes weathering, that means the breaking down of the rocks; erosion, that means the removal of the sediments; and deposition, that means the settling down of the sediments. Now, in chapter 1, we have discussed the political divisions. Political divisions means the regions which are demarcated by government for administrative purpose, that means for running out the administration. So in chapter number 1 we have discussed the states and union territories. So what is the difference now? So political divisions, they are the administrative divisions, and physical divisions, they are the naturally created features. Okay, now the different physical divisions in India are grouped into 6 types. First one is the Himalayas. On the map or to the right of the screen, you can see the blue color, which refers to the Himalayas. Himalayas are also known as the northern mountains, or simply they are called as the Himalayas. Then we have in green color below the blue, that's northern plains. Northern plains are also called as the Indo-Gangetic plains. Then third we have Peninsula Plateau. In the map it's written as the Deccan Plateau. It's one of the largest plateau of Peninsula Plateau. It includes different minor plateaus as well. Then we have Indian Desert in the yellow color. It's also called as Great Indian Desert. Then we have the coastal plains again in a greenish color to the right side and left side. So that means along the coastal regions of Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. Then we have the islands. Islands, you know, the landform features which are surrounded by water from all sides. We will discuss them later on. But first of all, we will discuss about the Himalayan mountains. Students, first, what are Himalayas? Remember, Himalayas are lofty chain of mountains which form the northern border of Indian subcontinent. In chapter number 1, we have discussed the two types of borders of India. One, land borders, and we have coastal borders. Land borders and coastal borders. Here, Himalayas form the land borders and the coastal borders are formed by the Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. So here, the brown color resembles to the Himalayan mountains. See on the map, Himalayan mountains are located between Kunlun Mountains and Hindu Kush. Kunlun stretches towards the eastern direction in China and Hindu Kush towards the western direction towards the Afghanistan and Iran. So these Himalayas, they stretch from west to east direction from Pamir North. So they starts from Pamir North and ends up almost towards the Arunachal Pradesh part. It covers a distance of around 2,400 kilometers from west to east, but the width varies. You can clearly see from the map. In J&K, the width is more as compared to the width in Arunachal Pradesh. And there is altitudinal variations as well. Now, Himalayas are subdivided from north to south as well as regionally from west to east. From first of all, we'll discuss from north to south. From north to south, Himalayas divided into three parts. You can clearly see from the map. Starting from north, Great Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas, and Outer Himalayas. They are known by the other names Himadri, Himachal, and Shivaliks. Clearly from the map you can see arrows are shown there. There are Karakoram range, Ladakh range, Zanskar range, and Kailash range. Remember, these are not part of Himalayas but form the part of Trans Himalayas. So beyond the regions of Himalayas. So they are part of Trans Himalayas. So first one, that's Greater Himalayas. Greater Himalayas are also called as Himadri. Why Himadri? Because they are called as abode of snow. They are covered by snow throughout the year. Permanently covered by snow throughout the year. It's the most continuous range. Continuous, you can clearly see from the map given below that a blue color line shows a clear line without any breakage. So that's why they are the continuous, without any breakage. They can only be crossed by through some mountain passes. Nathula is there, Bomdila. The average altitude of this mountain range is around 6,000 meters. Remember, there are 14 peaks with height more than 8,000 meters, and hundreds of the peaks are there with height more than 6,000 meters above sea level. This mountain range is source of different rivers, as different glaciers are present there. When they melt, they flow in the form of rivers. That's why they provide perennial flow to these rivers. The different prominent peaks include Mount Everest, one of the highest peak of the world with a height of around 8,848 meters, which is present in Nepal. Then we have Kanchenjunga, 8,598 meters. We have Nanga Parbat with 8,126 meters. These are some prominent peaks present out there. Second is Lesser Himalayas, which is also called as Himachal. It lies to the south of Himadri. In fact, we can say it lies between Shivaliks and Himadri mountain range, Greater Himalayas also. So Lesser Himalayas have an altitude ranging between 3,700 meters to 4,500 meters with average width of around 50 kilometers. This mountain range is mainly composed of altered rocks. The prominent peaks present out there includes Dhauladhar, Mahabharat, and Pir Panjal range is the most important mountain range of this division. It is present in Kashmir Valley, and it forms some mountain valleys also, which is Kangra and Kulu, and the most important one is the Kashmir Valley. Then we have Shivaliks. It's the southernmost mountain range, and remember, it has got the recent origin. That's why it's made up of loose and unconsolidated material, which is very much prone to landslides. So Shivaliks are very much prone to landslides. You can see our national highway continuously being blocked by the landslides because it's of a recent origin and is made up of loose and consolidated material. The altitude is between 900 to 1100 kilometers, and the width varies between 10 to 50 kilometers. Now, there are some valleys which are located between Himachal, that is the Lesser Himalayas, and this Outer Himalaya, that's the Shivaliks. These mountain valleys are called as dunes. We have some important one, which is Dehradun, and further examples are given. Himalayas are also divided regionally from west to east. You can see from the map. The Himalayan section between river Indus and Satluj is called as Punjab Himalayas. The Punjab Himalayas are also regionally known as Himachal and Kashmir Himalayas. So remember, they are also called as Kashmir Himalayas and Himachal Himalayas. Then we have second one between Satluj and Kali River, which is called as Kumaon. Then between Kali and Tista and Skim, which is called as Nepal Himalayas. Then between the Tista and Dihang, it's called as Assam Himalayas. Remember, Dihang is a gorge through which river Brahmaputra enters India after taking a U-turn from Namcha Barwa. Now, the region which is located to the south of this part, in the northeastern part of India, is called as Purvachal or Eastern Himalayas. They are also called as Eastern Mountains or Eastern Hills. These stretch towards the Myanmar, where Arakan Yoma is the last point, and further extends into Andaman and Nicobar part. Thank you, students. This was part about the Himalayan section. In next module, we will discuss about the northern plains of India.